Welcome to the 5 for 2 podcast with me, your host Adele, where we say no to careers where you're trading 5 days of misery for 2 days of fun. A place we discuss all things career, confidence, and money moves. I want to motivate, teach, and empower ambitious women to achieve more, earn more, feel more confident, and enjoy the work they do. It's all about believing you can have everything you want in your career and then going and getting it. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Hi. So I already know that this episode is about to piss some people off. Some of you are about to be super annoyed with me, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Let's kick it off. Hard work is necessary for the career you want, the success you want, the money you want, the appreciation you want. Everything you want requires hard work. And I already can hear the boos and the no's and the everything you're saying right now is so damaging to society. You're promoting burnout. You're promoting hustle culture. I'm not promoting any of those things. Hashtag DPMO. If you don't know what that means, go and look it up. All I can say is I don't understand how we got here, how we got to the place where we're telling ourselves, we're telling our kids, future generations, that hard work is not a good thing. Hard work isn't needed, and we can just sit back and do nothing and everything's going to come to us. Show me someone who that has worked for. You don't need to work hard is the biggest lie the people who have the money and the success want you to believe so that you do nothing and stay exactly where you are. Burnout is from overworking. I'm going to repeat that. Burnout is from overworking, not hard work. When you're stressed, unhappy, in the wrong places, you feel burnt out. How many of you are not even overly working hard, but you're feeling burnt out and stressed because you work in an environment with people who are mean to you, people who are rude to you, people who don't respect you, and people who treat you like crap? That is the quickest way to feel stressed out. And guess what stress leads to? Burnout. That feeling when you feel so overworked, so tired. And you heard me say it again, you feel overworked, not hard work. When you put in the hours you need to, but then you do more and more and more instead of stopping and taking a rest, that's overworking. I'm someone who is so guilty of overworking and creating burnout in my life that I had to really work on it and really focus on the fact that once you've done the work, Adele, don't do it all. Like, I'm the type of person that if you say to me, this job takes 5 days, if I can do it in 3 so I can take the other 2 days off, I will. And sometimes that meant working past 6 p.m. Sometimes that meant working into the night, like 2 a.m. and I'd still be up working. That is overworking. I do not promote that to anyone. We all need to rest, take a break. We should not be working all the hours that God sends. We should work. We should enjoy life. There should be balance in everything you do. But this whole hard work is not good. Yeah, I can't co-sign it. My daughter literally just got like 6 A's in her GCSEs. Hard work was required. Like, that's one of my biggest sayings. Hard work is required. She wouldn't have got those if she didn't put in the work. I made sure she took breaks. We went to spas. We went on holiday. There were times when she didn't want to stop and I made her stop and was like, put your stuff away, go to bed. Because overworking is what creates stress. Overworking is not necessary. But hard work, putting in the work necessary to get to where you want, oh, you need that. Like Brittany said, you better work, bitch. We all need to stop this narrative that, oh my gosh, if you work hard, you're promoting hustle culture. No, you need to work hard. If you see successful people and they're telling you, oh, I don't work hard, guess what? The team behind them that they pay to do the work is working hard. These multi-million-pound companies that you hear about, they have whole teams, whole departments who are working hard. Half of you listening to this podcast work for a huge corporate company. Guess what? We work hard to make the company money. So the person highest up isn't working that hard. I'm currently an operations director, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is probably the easiest and most comfortable I've ever been in my career. It's simple now. I'm basically chilling out because I have a team doing the work, a team that I've trained, a team that I support. Yes, I still have to do work, but it's not as hard as when I was working to get here. Before I was in this position, I was working hard to get here. The people that you see chilling out now is because they've already put in the hard work. They built the foundation. Foundations are built on hard work. You have to build the foundation so that when you get to the next level, it's easier. If hard work wasn't necessary, let's use another fitness analogy. You guys know I love it, car analogy or a fitness analogy. If you want to lose weight and get your body in shape right now, is hard work not necessary? Can you literally just sit around, eat whatever you want, and your body's just going to somehow magically ping into shape? Short of you going under the knife, you are going to have to put in work. I recently had like a good amount of weight to shift. Let's say about a stone. I don't even know how much it was because I don't get on scales. I don't believe in them. But I knew I'd put on a lot of weight. My clothes were too tight. My belly was hanging over. It just didn't look the way I'm used to it looking. And I was working and working and working and putting in the hard work. And I was losing weight, but I weren't shifting the belly. And I was like, why? And people were saying to me, abs are made in the kitchen, Adele. You got to change the way you eat. So I started changing the way I eat, which I didn't like. It didn't work either for me. So I went back to the way I eat before. The way I eat isn't bad, but I'm just saying I went back to how I was eating. But then I started thinking, and this is where instead of just working hard, you need to work smart as well as working hard. I started thinking, well, I always do strength training and only minimal cardio because I do not like cardio. It's my nemesis. It's not for me. But I started thinking, maybe I'm getting older, my body's changing. Maybe I need to try some cardio. So I started doing cardio 5 days a week and then threw in a little bit of strength training here and there. Guess what? 4 weeks later, everything I've been trying to shift for about 6 months has gone. I put in the hard work and I also combined it with working smarter. I stopped doing what I was doing. Because if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, we all know that's the definition of madness. Like repeating the same behaviors, but expecting a new result. So I changed the behavior and I got a new result. Now, all that hard work is great, but I now do not need to work that hard anymore. Those 4 weeks, 5 days a week, working hard, working out, doing all the cardio has got me the result I want. Now all I've got to do is maintain that result. Maintenance does not require as much hard work. When people get success in their career, it's because now they're only maintaining all the hard work they've done. They're enjoying all the hard work. I'm currently at a place in my career where I can say I'm enjoying the hard work, but the hard work was necessary. I didn't get here by doing nothing, chilling out, saying to myself, like spending, 60 hours a week doing self-care and only 10 hours a week working. That wasn't going to create the success that I wanted. I'm going to tell you one more time, the biggest lie that you're being told in society that will keep you exactly where you are, that will keep you going round in circles, is that hard work is not necessary. Honestly, it is. Overworking is not necessary. If you want good mental health, you have to work at it. Hard work is necessary in all areas of life, not just your career. Hard work is needed to build good relationships and maintain good relationships. Hard work is necessary to maintain strong mental health. Hard work is necessary to set boundaries. Hard work is necessary to unlearn all the crappy things you've learned growing up that are keeping you stuck where you are. All these things require hard work. If we don't work at them, nothing changes. Hard work is not required forever, but it is required. You know that saying, nothing worth having comes easy? Now, I'm a believer that certain things in life should feel easy. They should feel aligned. They should feel like, oh, yeah, this is right. But they should also have a bit of uncomfortability. They should also be like, you know what? I've been working towards this ease. I've been working towards this comfort and this flow. I was uncomfortable so I could become comfortable. I worked hard so that I could chill out. Like I said, I know some of you listening to this are like, no, Adele, stop promoting hustle culture. I don't have a problem with the word hustle. I never have. I have a problem with the words stress, burnout, unmotivated, bored, tired. You can be all those things and not even be working that hard. Have you ever been in a job where you barely do anything at work? You're just so bored. You literally sit there clock watching. You can't wait to go home. But somehow you still feel tired after you leave. It's because you were bored. It's because you were unmotivated. It's not actually because you worked hard. A lot of the times we confuse the way we're currently feeling unhappy, not fulfilled. We confuse that with, it's because I'm feeding into hustle culture. No, half the millionaires you see out here will tell you that they worked hard at the beginning. And a lot of them will say to you, I wish I knew now what I knew then, and I wouldn't have worked so hard. But guess what, babes? If you hadn't have worked that hard, you wouldn't be where you are now to be able to be talking to us and saying to us that now you chill out. Like I said, the teams behind the people that are chilling out are the ones working hard. But someone has to work hard for the work to get done. Working hard does not mean you work 15-hour days. I can work 3 hours a day and work my butt off in those 3 hours and then chill out for the rest of the day. Do not get hard work and overworking confused. Do not get hard working confused with smart working, because you can work hard your whole life and never see the success you want because you're not being intentional. You're not being smart. If you're just at work, coming in early, leaving late, doing all the work on the table, anything anyone wants done, you're getting it done. That's not working smart, and that's not going to get you ahead. Working smart means that you do the work that your boss values the most, because that's what they're going to pay attention to. Working smart means you know who to network with instead of quantity, like networking with everyone. Your networking is intentional. Even networking, guys, I'm going to go off a little bit, but even networking, that's hard for someone like me. Networking is hard work when you're an introvert, but I still do it. So like I said, hard work is needed. Anyway, smart work is just as important as hard work. You know that saying, work harder. No, sorry, work smarter, not harder. I believe in that saying. But listen to the saying, work smarter, not harder. It doesn't say don't work hard. It says just don't work harder. If you're already working hard and it's not giving you the results you want, start working smarter. Look at the work you're doing and see which ones you can stop doing because they're actually not giving you results, and focus your hard work on the things that bring in results. That's how you work smarter. If you're a growing business and someone's got a huge business and they're making a load of money, guess what? They hire people to help with the workload. So that's working smarter, because instead of working harder, they work smarter. That saying does not say that you don't need to work hard. You still need to work hard. The whole thought process, if it says work smarter, not harder, it means that you must have already been working hard and it's telling you not to work even harder. There is a level of work necessary for your success. I will not stop saying that hard work is necessary. I will shout it from the rooftops. I've been so blessed to work with so many amazing women, and the one thing they all know is hard work is necessary. The difference is we are smart about the work that they do. We look at where there's gaps and where they're not achieving the results they want. We take away a lot of the stuff they've been doing because it's not actually working, and we focus our efforts on what will work. We focus our efforts on the networking, on the right interview technique, on the how do I start a side hustle. We focus on whatever it is they need in that moment for their career change, whatever it is they need to get the pay rise, to get the higher earning salaries, to make more money in their business, whatever it is in their career, we focus on making sure we're doing the right work. Guys, effort is required, and a part of the effort is hard work. Honestly, I say to people all the time, if you're lazy, just say that. For a long time, I thought I was lazy because I don't like to work all the hours of the day. I just want to work a few hours and then chill out. Then I realized it's not that I'm lazy. I'm happy to work hard, but I'm just not willing to overwork anymore. I've been there. I've done that. I'm not willing to overwork. I'm willing to work hard. Effort is required for everything you want. If you currently feel like you're working insanely hard and you're not getting the results, then you need to work smarter. If you are currently working smart, like you think that you're doing the networking right, you've edited the CV, you have gone to the interviews, you're applying to the jobs, but you're still not getting the result, there's some hard work missing. Maybe you spent 10 minutes updating the CV and actually you needed to spend an hour. Maybe you haven't worked on your confidence and you've worked on your confidence for like 2 weeks and now suddenly you're like, well, why am I not confident? It requires hard work. Building your confidence is something you will be doing forever, but getting to a point where you're confident enough to show up at interviews, to start getting those really good offers, to start asking for the money you want, it's going to take time. It took you time to get to where you are now. It's going to take you time to unlearn it, and it's going to take hard work. I've probably said hard work about 1,000,000 times on this podcast, but I want to get my point across. My point isn't to glorify overworking or burnout. My point is to glorify the fact that hard work genuinely brings results. Smart work brings results. The fundamental thing you're probably missing right now is the combination of hard work and smart work. You guys know all the time I talk about mindset. If you don't have a good mindset behind the actions you take, then the actions will give you crap results. But Even if you get the mindset right, action is still required. Work is still required. Movement is still required. Hard work will always be required. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Do you know how many talented people there are in this world that aren't willing to put in the hard work, so they stay stuck and they never get to the place they want in life? And then, there's so many people that suffer with imposter syndrome, don't think they're that good. Someone like me who didn't get her degree, who decided to change industries with no experience and got into a new industry and got promoted within less than 2 years, got 3 promotions within the first 2 years. That has nothing to do with talent. It was to do with the hard work I was willing to put in. It was to do with the smart work I was willing to put in. I'm only where I am now because of hard work. And there might be people in my life that will say, no, but you're really talented at this, or you're really talented. I don't see myself necessarily as the most talented person in the room, but I'm damn well sure I'm the most hardworking person in the room. I'm the most determined and I'm the most stubborn person. I refuse to quit on myself and I refuse to quit on the dreams that I have in my life. And that's what makes me successful. That's what's made me get the things I want in life. That's why I got to the point where I'm working less hours but earning more money. That's how I'm traveling 5 times a year. That's how I'm able to build wealth for my daughter, because I'm stubborn as hell, I'm impatient, and I am hardworking. That combination for me is unstoppable because I won't quit. I refuse to quit. Even when it gets hard, even when things go wrong. And I'm also refuse to believe that hard work isn't necessary. Hard work is necessary until you build the foundation. Once you build the foundation and all you're doing is maintaining that foundation, it becomes easy. Yes, you get to chill out. Yes, you get to be the boss who gets to hire people to help you do the work. Yes, you get to be the boss in your 9 to 5 where you've got a whole team that can support you doing the work that you used to do. Hard work gets you there, then you get to chill out. But we have to build the foundations. Like I said, that's a combination of hard work and smart work. I hope that you've heard me on this episode, and I hope that you've heard me tell you that overworking is not necessary, but hard work always will be necessary. If you are struggling with anything right now, if you feel like you're overworking and you're trying to find a better way to work smarter, or if you feel like you know what to do but you don't know how to make it work, reach out. My one-to-one coaching is built on this entire premise. People that work with me, we work hard, we work smart, we have fun, but we get it done. Why work hard for another 10 years when you could work hard for a month and have everything that you want? It's all about the mindset behind the work that you're putting in. Hustle is only a bad word if you've decided it's a bad word. I believe I hustle. The reason I believe I hustle is I know how to work smart and work hard to get what I want without it taking me years, without it taking me a load of stress. That's hustle to me. Hustle is just getting it done. Hustle is figuring out what you want, making a plan to get there, and making sure you get there. That's it. That's all it means to me. It means whatever you want it to mean. When people say you don't have to work hard for money, yeah, there's people out here working so hard, day in and day out, and they're not making loads of money. But that's because they haven't mixed in the smart work with the hard work. There are people that are currently millionaires that are definitely not working hard. They're chilling. But like I said, the team they pay behind them is working hard. So someone's got to do the hard work. And a lot of these millionaires were doing the hard work before they got to where they are. Go and read the stories. Richard Branson, Alan Sugar, Jeff Bezos, whoever it is, look at their stories. At some point in their life, they've worked hard. And if they're not currently working hard, their teams are working hard for them. Hard work is required. I will keep saying it. I will keep shouting it from the rooftop. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope I haven't pissed too many people off. And I'll see you in the next episode. I hope this episode gave you exactly what you needed and motivated you to confidently take steps towards your next career move. If you enjoyed it, screenshot and share it on your socials, tag me on Instagram, and come join my community of amazing women working on leveling up their confidence and career. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.